right, Civ fans, we are back and we have some business to attend to. I bet you've all been wondering what is inside the big box. Do you want me to open it? Yeah? Are you sure you want me to open it? All right. Let's do it. Let's see what's inside. It does say property of Sid Meier. Oh. This is actually a very, very exciting announcement for Civ. Civilization 7 is coming to mixed reality and immersive reality in VR with MetaQuest 3 and MetaQuest 3S. And we have an announcement trailer with all the details. Let's roll it now.
MS Achitsu.
That's right, Civilization 7 VR releases this spring and you can wishlist it today. And I have another announcement for everybody in our live studio audience. Every single person here gets their own MetaQuest 3 headset today, so... Super exciting. Huge thank you to Meta. And now let's get back to the game.
Awesome. Yeah, that is so cool and unexpected. I actually got my first VR headset just like 2 weeks ago. And before I had a VR headset, I was like, who needs this technology? Like, what is the point? What's the value in it? And then when I put that on, I was like, oh, this is cool. So I am super excited to play Civilization 7 in VR. I was actually talking to one of the Meta guys and he was telling me about how you put the game on a table and like things pop out like from the table and you can like move around it. it sounds wild and really interesting and really super cool. So for people who are like thinking about maybe diving into VR, maybe Civilization is the best way to jump in. Now, aside from the VR, again, thank you to Meta for sponsoring the event. I also want to check out the gameplay here. Also, I did see the faces of the audience when the headset giveaway or handout or whatever it's called was announced. I saw people like turning to their friends like, oh, free headset. It's amazing. Awesome. Super cool. But I do want to take a moment to look at I think I want to take a look at Morris Weber here because he is doing some pretty interesting things with his Civilization. In fact, he's got a bunch of cities down here in the snow. Now, people who are familiar with Civilization games might have this sort of preconceived notion that having a city in the snow is not great. But in Civilization 7, they have done a lot of really interesting work on the gameplay mechanics to make sure that every person in every type of terrain has an interesting benefit. And typically the bonus you get for settling in this snow is culture. And Sarah has rejoined me in the caster booth. Welcome back, Sarah.
It's good to be back. I overheard you talking about yields and different terrain types. Now, Tundra's not such a bad place to be settling your cities anymore.
Absolutely. There was a time, not that long ago, when I was playing Civilization 6, and if I spawned and I saw desert and tundra, I would just press escape and hit that restart button because I was like, I'm not about that life. I want a real start. But in Civilization 7, if I see tundra, if I see snow, if I see desert, I'm like, okay, we can work with this. I get a little bit of extra culture, a little bit of extra gold, and I think it just makes the game feel a lot more fair and interesting and just like every start feels playable now. And okay, sure, we lose that little bit of a YouTube thumbnail, worst start in human history, or YouTube thumbnail, oh my God, broken Pogger's amazing start. And now it's just like every start is like, ooh, this is really interesting. I've got that navigable river. For those who don't know, Civilization 7 has new types of terrain, such as the navigable river.
Oh, the navigable river is something that players have been asking for a long time. So we were very happy to get that out in Civ 7.
I think the navigable river might actually be the #1 request from the community when it came to particularly the Civilization subreddit. I swear, throughout the life cycle of Civilization 6, I would see like post after post after post, and it was like, the next Civ game should have navigable rivers. The next Civ game should have navigable rivers. And then when you guys revealed it in that first live stream, the chat was like, oh, rivers you can sail down. Oh my God. It was awesome.
The energy at Gamescom too during that reveal was very high. It was great.
I didn't see the Gamescom stuff, but did the crowd go wild?
Navigable rivers was all you needed, and just an eruption of cheers.
That's what the people want, man. No, people don't want other things. It's just they want rivers they can sail down. I mean, it's understandable why people settled on big rivers. I think there's just something fundamental about the human condition that like a big body of water that you can put a boat in.
It's just a good time. And we have some, I think, really cool leader bonuses with navigable rivers too.
Yes. There was actually a leader that wasn't picked out of the random hat today, and that was Hatshepsut. She was going to be leading the Abbasid Empire, I believe it is. Mm-hmm. And Hatshepsut has a very particularly nice bonus, which is that all buildings and wonders that are adjacent to a navigable river get a 15%. It's a production boost anyway. And then there's also, actually, the Shawnee are in the game, aren't they?
Yeah, Tecumseh gets some pretty great bonuses with rivers as well.
Yeah, the Shawnee, if I remember correctly, they get a bonus for being on settlements adjacent to navigable rivers. I think they get a +1 food for every tile that is in the navigable river or something like that.
That sounds right to me. I trust your word for it.
But they do get a penalty if they settle off of navigable rivers, which actually introduces an interesting strategy for, I believe it's Ursa Ryan that's playing Tecumseh. When he's settling those cities in the distant lands, he's going to want to hone in on those settlements and look for those navigable rivers. And there's tons of little things like that in the design of Civilization 7 that just kind of points you in this slightly different gameplay style that just feels so natural and so intuitive. Also, I really like Tecumseh's leader model, I think, is my favorite in the game. I love the way he holds that axe on his side. And actually, a friend of mine was telling me, a couple of people were telling me that that's actually, it's like a smoking pipe, but it's also a weapon. I was like, oh, that's cool. Supposedly, like when you break it, that means it's wartime.
Yeah,
it's ready to go.
There was a lot of design and care put into the leader designs. And with Tecumseh, again, we had, this partnership with the Shawnee tribe as well. And I remember the devs talking about how they sent early concept art to the Shawnee. They had the chief, check out that concept art and say essentially, oh, you should really, here's some pictures we have to model this person after. So there's just a lot of attention and detail, I think, that went into these designs.
Amazing. I believe you guys also worked on a few things, like that there's a new language center for the Shawnee being built so that they can spread their language. And because there's only so many native speakers, people who were born to the Shawnee language in modern times, which is like, I feel that because I'm an Irish person, right? In Ireland, we don't have a huge amount of people who are Gaelgors or indeed living in the Gaeltacht, which is what the Irish-speaking part of Ireland is called. So I love anything that helps a culture revive and rebuild its language. And I think it's super awesome of 2K and Firaxis to take part in that.
Yeah, it was awesome to be able to work with them, right, on the game from the very beginning of incorporating Tecumseh and the Shawnee into this game. And so being able to provide that language center and work with them on building it was amazing.
Have you learned any Shawnee words?
Oh my gosh, putting me on the spot.
Yeah,
actually, they did teach me a few words when they were over for the live stream. I won't dare butcher them now.
Fair.
But it was really fun to learn. I'll have to take one of the classes that they offer.
Absolutely. Listen, dude, I would love if those classes were like there was like a Shawnee app. I could learn Shawnee. That would be sick. Hey, listen, maybe if the people want it, it'll come.
Could be an idea.
Yeah. But actually, taking a look at the gameplay once again, I believe we're looking at the perspective of Zerator. Now, he has cleared out that independent people. There's just a few remnants. There's just an archer left there. He is using his, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce the unique unit of the Ming dynasty, I believe he's playing. Ming China. It's called like a Zunli or something like that, but it's kind of like a ranged unit, I think. Let me just double check with my notes. I believe it's a ranged unit. No, it's a unique infantry unit that has increased combat strength and a special ranged attack, which is not
powerful, I think.
Entirely uncommon in Civilization 7 that infantry units have a ranged attack, because the really, really powerful thing about a ranged attack is it allows you to do damage without taking damage. And if you're using a commander for the positioning, commanders have an aura around them. They can provide defensive and offensive bonuses. If you use a ranged attack to kill a unit, that means you're not sort of taking over that tile. So you're just clearing it out and you can stay in that really defensive terrain, especially if you've built fortifications.
Yeah, absolutely. Do we have any kind of ranked up commanders yet on the map?
I'm actually really curious about that. You want to go ask the players?
Yeah, let's go ahead and ask them. You take it away.
Hello, players. Can you hear me?
Yes. No.
Oh, well, to everyone but Ursa, I kind of want to do like, what's the highest level commander in the game? Can we get some input on that? Or are you guys going to keep that secret?
0 for me, of course.
0?
I haven't fought
I mean
yet
one.
either,
I mean
so-
one, but
I have a 3, which I believe may be the start.
Same, I also have a 3, which is like the default.
yeah,
Yeah, me too.
3 so 0.
No combat so far.
Which promotions did you go for on your commanders?
I think I may have forgotten. So we can do the promotions live, because I may have forgotten.
Okay, Ursus, walk us through your thought process on the army commander promotions.
Well, I feel like there is a cheeky path, which is the assault path.
Yep.
There is a safe path, which is the bastion path. There is a I'm very, very clever path, which is logistics. And then there's the I don't want to use them and I'm going to leave them in my city and forget about them all game, which is the leadership, which is what I might do.
Amazing.
Or I shall do this and not elaborate what I'm doing.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can see your commander.
No, I think he's just leveling up the logistics tree so that he gets that
Yeah.
gold from inserting units into his
Yeah.
commander.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Those juicy marble tiles.
Always is.
Ursa, when you finish up your turn, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
I want you to zoom in on some of these tiles because I think when you're playing zoomed out, I don't think you really get to appreciate like how beautiful each individual tile in this game is. I mean, you can also hold down Alt and rotate the camera. I believe look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I feel like every screen when I zoom in like this feels like a screensaver. You know what I mean?
It does. I mean, this is actually quite a aesthetic little wharf. Look at
It's
it.
like a diorama.
It's
like
got its
something you
own
made out of like
mountains.
toothpicks and paint. It just looks amazing.
I
It is
think
pretty cool.
the water is especially, you kind of just sit there and take a look for a while.
Dude, the water artist, I want to give him a hug. I want to give him a big old hug. Whoever did the water, that's Hug City, baby. You just
JJ and the whole R team, just absolutely chef's kiss, I think.
it was beautiful.
Absolutely. Sorry, I will crack on because I've just realized I can do something now. Something has unlocked.
And I think the first wonder has been constructed. Is
Yes.
that right?
Oh, I built the serpent mound. I just did that because I thought, well, maybe someone else will build it. It's not really a good wonder.
What?
Biff, can you show
Well,
us
you
the
get the-
serpent mound and give us your hot take on its balance?
It's not very. In my city, it's kind of useless. It's just 4 influence. If you're playing Ming, this is actually quite good. You'd want to go and like spam out a bunch of like Great Walls, if I remember correctly.
So was this a bit of a block build? You were trying to stop the other player from building this wonder because you knew how much they would benefit from it?
Yeah, if I have the ability to deny a wonder to someone's build,
You're not aiming achievement points.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Is it an achievement point for?
I don't know.
I think
I think that was the world's first wonder, Spiff.
it was one. Yes, they showed it in the rules video.
Oh.
Not looking down on the Serpent Mound now, are we?
Yeah, let's go, Serpent Man.
We can also say that the two I managed to glance in the video have now both been achieved. Ursa has the first settlement in the New World, and Swift has the first wonder. So these two are now in the lead.
Perhaps it's time to form a Giga Alliance and take them down. But actually, Spiff, doesn't the Serpent Mound give you extra bonuses for unique improvements in that town?
Yeah, however, I have fat 0 unique improvement.
But wait, you're playing the Yankee. You got that beautiful terrace farm. Could you show us that?
I haven't built any of those.
You show us that in the unique culture tree.
Yeah, I'll show you in the unique culture tree. Let me go.
So in Civilization 7, every single civilization gets their own unique civics that they can unlock special abilities. You can see there, Spiff is wiggling his mouse, making it incredibly hard for me to read the very small text that is incredibly far away from my face. But he can, in fact, get that terrace farm, and I would suggest that you do.
Stop backseat gaming.
All right, thanks, guys.
All good.
What a shame. Backseat in live even.
Listen to them talking crap about me, thinking I can't hear them. I want to listen in now. What are they saying
All
about
right,
me?
let's listen in.
I don't think we should stand for it.
Maybe we should stop playing.
Yeah.
I realize a slight issue in building all of my science buildings next to an active volcano. Not paid off very well at all. Oh dear.
They're really interested in geology, though.
Yeah.
Really strangely interested in geology.
For some reason.
Couldn't tell you why.
Oh, volcano. On Spiff land.
What a shame.
Say it isn't so. Oh, sorry. The open borders may have kicked you out.
Yes, that's fine.
Thank you for reminding me.
Oh my god, Australia is so far.
POV, you're boarding a flight to Australia.
Yeah.
Is it Brisbane yet?
POV,
No.
you speak about Australia.
Australia mentioned. Live chat going crazy.
So far.
New Zealand exists too. It's on a map.
Sure, settle
Ursa-
down, fake country.
Ursa, you were so close, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 2 foreign world cities, I think, right?
Yes.
2 settlements.
I think that's lies and slander.
Only lies.
Only lies. Only slander. what's this? Lemuria. Oh, and I found my first goodie hut.
Ooh,
It has been a while that we have found one.
congrats.
Thank you. Oh, I'm not the only person with 2. Confucius. Noted.
Yeah, but I had an accident. I had a problem
Yeah.
because there was an island which was not New World,
Oh,
and I didn't see it.
it's worth it though. It's like a little.
Yeah, of course, but I was like, no.
Yeah. I feel like as a Britishman speaking to a Frenchman, random islands in the sea, mwah,
Yeah,
settle them.
I perfectly understand.
Yeah, you just gotta grab them every time. I mean, look at this. This is the pinnacle of my civilization. I've just got I got an island that cannot be.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's
It
great.
can't be accessed. It's just nothing but cliff.
I can't wait for an era's time where you no longer have to pay tax on that bounty.
Yes. $250 culture.
What?
Oh,
You guys don't have that?
I have that feeling that Jose Rizal may be a bit overpowered.
what are you doing?
What are you doing? He seems so scared.
Oh, I think when it's settlements expand, it gets 25 culture, right?
But that doesn't add to his culture per turn.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. If you're gaining culture, it's like because it's your final turn's tick.
Oh, I see.
So last turn he made that much.
Right,
culture.
got you. Okay.
Doesn't necessarily mean he can make it again, but he has been reliably making more.
Yeah, okay.
You're doing great, TGM. I love it.
Thanks. Thank you. I love you too.
I'm worried. I'm officially worried.
Why don't you do something about it, worry man?
You know what? Maybe I will.
I think there's already been a discussion about that.
Oh man, I have happiness problem in the game. I mean,
IRL sadness.
at the moment, of course, but
Have you tried just being happy?
Yeah.
no.
Bit more vim.
I will tell my people.
Thank you. Yeah.
I will tell my people. This is an excellent moment with you guys. Not in the game.
Oh,
I have to
Thank
say.
you.
I have to say.
It's a lot of fun.
yeah, it's nice to be here with.
For the moment, yeah.
For the moment,
For the moment, it's fun, yeah.
let's
Yeah.
keep putting the caveats in.
Yeah,
Right now,
let's keep the fun, okay?
in this moment. Come on. Here we go. Which one was my religion again?
I can't even
This one.
remember.
There we go.
All right, potatoes. So I think
Oh,
Yes.
we want to
being
show off a
offered a
little
thing.
bit of this trade mechanic here.
Absolutely, because the game it's on the advanced access. Not everyone currently has access to the game. I wanted to highlight something in the replay camera that I have access to, and it is in fact the new trade mechanics that are in the game. Trade has been overhauled and rebuilt from the ground up to be way more interesting. Hopefully, players will find it more interesting. I think it's really cool.
I think it's really cool too. Not
get a whole-
biased at all, but
Yeah. Like I am contractually obligated to enjoy this feature. No, it's really awesome. So you can see here that I believe Jose Rizal, aka Jose the Rizzler,
Mr.
aka
Suave.
Mr. TGM, he has a trader what looks like on their way to the city of Taiyuan. And you can see he will get marble, incense, dates, and wine. And how this works is he sends a trader to another player's city. That player will gain gold per turn based on the number of resources that they have improved in that city. And the game mechanic will gain a copy of all of those resources in his own empire. So trading is actually incredibly powerful in Civilization 7. In particular, if you fish for things like iron, that gives your military units +1 combat strength, or if you fish for gold, which gives you a 20% gold boost towards purchasing buildings, which is effectively a gold discount on how expensive it is to purchase buildings, you can use trade to turbocharge your empire in a lot of really interesting ways. And that's without even talking about the resource screen, where all these bonus and city resources, you can assign them, you can pump production into one particular city. Like, there's so much room for optimization. But then you can also just I'm really lazy when I play. Don't tell people this, right? But I just randomly click and fill the slots. And
They all give bonuses.
I'm just I'm going to put some dates in that city because I think I need more growth. And
But
nobody
when you
questions
need
it.
Right? Like if you have sort of a settlement that is struggling on the happiness,
Yes.
you have a resource that can lift it up, it can be very powerful.
That is true. There have been a couple of times where Wales, I believe in the exploration era, gives you +5 production or something, and it's insane. It might be the modern era or modern age. So many new
mechanics.
so many new names and mechanics and nomenclature. But yeah, Wales, top 10 resource, but sometimes your happiness dips too low. You start taking penalties, you stick a few resources in there, you're looking good.
And I believe it's part of that economic legacy path, or in the antiquity age, right?
In the antiquity age, it's part of the economic legacy path. It is kind of part of the path in a slightly different way in the exploration age, because you're looking for things that are called treasure resources, exactly. And treasure resources generate treasure fleets, which you have to get back to the home continent in order to actually take advantage of them. Now, the problem there is that effectively creates a kind of king of the hill moment, because if you can get a big enough navy, nobody's getting treasure fleets home. Nobody's getting past your navy. So you got to be kind of careful about someone. If they get a couple of those new naval commanders, it's a new army commander type that is available in the exploration age. The thing about Civilization 7 is that it's somebody, every time it feels like every time a developer came to the management team, it's I want to put this feature in, management just went yes. So there's so many game mechanics that's crammed into the game that it's bursting at the seams with gameplay. It's actually insane and difficult to comprehend. My first game, I was what the hell is going on? I have no idea. My second game is I was cruising, man.
Well, what's kind of interesting is new mechanics come online with the different ages too.
Yes.
So when the age transitions, you sort of have to, your
adjust.
empire carries through and some things stay the same, but then there's some new things that come, like the treasure resources, right? Like distant lands that you got to be ready for.
Absolutely. And in fact, I think it might be good for us to have a little bit of a dip in with the players again, so we can talk to them about diplomacy, because I would like to take a moment to get their thoughts on the new diplomacy systems.
Let's head over to the players.
50 culture.
It's temporary. We've established this. It's temporary.
I don't think it is. If we go next turn, it's not. It's still.
No, it's still. I think next game I'm playing after this.
Hello.
With Jose Rizal. Hello.
May I have a chat with the illustrious game mechanic, the Rizzler himself? How's it going, TGM?
Going fine.
I wanted to ask you a couple of thoughts about things. So, a lot of the people who are watching. Oh, by the way, do you guys want to know how many people are watching right now? Do you want the pressure?
Sure.
Yeah. Why not?
31,000 people are watching across all platforms.
No pressure.
Okay.
No pressure at all.
Wow.
Okay. So,
Hello, all 31,000 of you.
isn't that crazy?
Could you name them all specifically?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna.
prove it,
You know
to
what?
prove it.
You've thanked each and every one of them for following, right?
I'm just getting word from production that we don't have enough paper to print all those names. TGM.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick your brain about the diplomacy system.
Okay.
When you finished up your turn, you I don't want to put pressure on you while you're mid-turn.
You're good. You're good.
Are you guys playing with turn timers?
No.
No.
Okay,
No.
so it's a nice chill.
Yeah, you're fine.
Never mind. TGM, take your time, baby. Let's talk about diplomacy.
Yeah.
So, what kind of diplomatic strategy have you taken so far in the game?
I seem to be upsetting my neighbors, snowballing in culture, And I assume that's going to eventually have some comeuppance.
Have you managed to engage in any endeavors with your neighbors?
Yeah.
Oh. What do you think of the new endeavor system? Give me your thoughts on it.
I really, really like the new diplomacy. I think influence is a great mechanic. I think that in most cases, you're not going to have enough to keep up with all the demands, which makes it very valuable and it makes it feel very, very interesting. So yeah, big fan.
Has anyone rejected your endeavor this game yet?
I don't think so.
No, we've
It's
had no
expensive to do. It's
Yeah.
expensive.
Yet.
That's
Yes.
a real sign, though.
You guys are all real friendly. Like, I don't see any war faces down there. TGM, when you get a moment, could you open up the diplomacy screen so we could just like have a little chat about it?
You want this? No. You
That's
want
the yield.
you want like
What did you say hi to Confucius?
sure.
Why me?
Don't worry about it. So
Randomly
TGM,
selected.
Yeah.
you've got treaties, right? Treaties can be positive and negative. You've got open borders that lets you move units through each other's territory. You've got improved trade relations that lets you have more trade routes. You've got cultural exchanges, sending aid, local festivals. The type of endeavors you can send is actually based on your leaders. I think it's called like attributes. Each leader has two attributes, like expansionist or cultural or whatever. But then you've also got sanctions. Has anyone been using any sanctions yet?
No.
don't
What
think
about
so.
We're way too
espionage?
nice for that.
Oh,
We're all good friends
Not
here.
spicy enough.
You know,
Yeah.
I just want to mention that if you scroll down to the bottom of the diplomacy screen, there's actually a thing called espionage. And one of the abilities of espionage is to steal civics from another player. So if it just so happens, this is actually a tip for the audience. I don't think you guys in there need this help. But if there is a player who has a lot of culture, you can actually go down to the bottom of that diplomacy screen with them and steal their culture. It's really powerful. I would consider anyone at home who's playing, not these guys. These guys are too good at the
course
game.
not. Yeah,
People
yeah.
at home, you should steal
They
civics
know all about it.
like they're candy, okay? You just go in there and you swipe them up.
You do have to be a little bit cautious, though. There is a chance to reveal.
I don't care if
I
I
think
get
it's still
caught.
worth it.
I don't care if I get caught. I want that
Yeah,
civic. Give me
yeah.
that civic.
I want to get caught.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we'll leave you guys to chat again. Thank you for walking us through the diplomacy system.
Can we ask for a little bit of information? Are you willing to give us something
Okay,
on the map?
what are you willing to give me?
Oh, really?
Ooh, a
No,
trade.
that's how it works.
A trade. Is there anyone else on the other land?
Okay, let me have a peek.
Are there any other civilizations?
I'm
Or
going
is
to
it
zoom
just
into the map
us?
really
Is
close.
it just us five?
That is a very interesting question. There might be. I can confirm that there are other people leaving the continent, but I can't tell you where they are yet.
Okay.
You'll have to explore.
Thank you very much.
You could purchase an Explorer in that city and get them out moving out there. I don't mean the backseat. I mean, that is just who I am, though.
Yes, I feel you are.
As you move in there and immediately buy a scout.
You don't need to tell them that.
Okay, awesome. So any strategy updates, any gameplay updates? Has there been any arguments, any battling, any fighting? What's going on, guys?
I think there's disagreements about how to deal with city-states.
Ooh.
There are those of us who value peace and friendship in this world.
Normal
Then there
people?
are- yeah, normal people.
Normal people,
exactly.
we can
and
say?
And then there are the butchers and the barbarians who see a neutral people and only think of bloodshed.
Who is the butcher and who is the barbarian?
Well, there's one person who has already perhaps committed some
I killed
butchery.
one city-state.
Here it
That's a
was.
guilty face
Look,
right there.
look at this empty land, this empty country,
Yep.
where a prosperous people once thrived with great dreams for the future, great ideals, perhaps. Do you know their names?
Steve. One of them was Tim.
Yeah.
John.
Maurice, I'm detecting a note of resentment in your voice. Is it possible that you had invested diplomatic influence into that city-state?
No, that was someone else. I made the very ill-fated decision of going for the religion that gets relics for converting city-states. So while some may take this as the fact that I also just was looking for city-states to exploit, I see it as myself wanting to bring them enlightenment and culture, and this man there cutting those dreams short, denying their path to salvation,
You know,
for his own short-sighted, greedy gain.
if there's anything I can tell you, it's that communication is important, and I wasn't communicated any of that. So,
Well, I mean,
use your words.
We
use
do
your words
have
next
a
time.
Senate room
I
as
know.
well.
I think
Wow.
I mean, the thing is, I think nobody of us would even conceive someone doing such a vile, barbarian thing. And then we all noticed, oh, the city-state, it's gone.
Well, then
Why is
you've
it
never
gone?
played Civ before, so.
Some of us play diplomatically, you know.
Speaking of religion, Maurice, am I noticing that you're going for a kind of religious direction with your gameplay?
Not entirely, because I think I kind of shot myself in the foot with that relic choice. I felt quite clever when I invested the initial points into getting a religion in the first turn, but at least 2 other people had the same idea. So by the time I was there, already 2 of the good relic sets were taken.
Oh, no.
So I took that one. I still convert some cities because I gain happiness for marine tiles. And as you can see, there are some cities that have quite a few marine tiles.
Yeah.
So I think it's still helpful. I don't think I'll be collecting many relics. I would have liked to, but I don't think it's in the cards anymore. I hear Spiff talking about how he wants to deal with city-states in the new world, and it's not sounding very promising either.
Oh,
and
boy.
I can't bring them salvation because I haven't found them yet.
So there are, I mean, for this reason, other legacy points maybe to be
Yes.
setting your eyes on.
Yes.
Yeah. You know,
think we-
you could
I
do
think
some pretty interesting things with military.
I think we have a
religion.
crash.
I'm just reloading the game.
No, it's okay. It's just a resync.
No,
Okay, resync.
Mine,
Yeah, we
Just gonna
have the
resync
same.
really quick.
mine quit,
Oh, okay.
and I'm the host, so.
Ah.
That's fine. That's fine.
That is one of the.
Well, the sudden divine punishment
Yeah,
for
karma.
denying this.
It's a bit of
Multiplayer
karma.
games are always exciting here
Absolutely.
at 7.
One of the
Absolutely.
beautiful things I found when I was playing Civ in multiplayer is that it's actually so easy to rejoin a game now. I remember when we were playing Civ 5, you always had to like rethink, reload, get everybody into a lobby, make sure everyone had like touched wood and, you know, spun some tool or something to try and make sure that everything was going right. You had to pray to the machine spirit and like then, oh, come on, the game's going to work. And now it's just like, oh, enter in the lobby code, rejoin.
And hop back in. All right, we're going to pause really quick to all of our other players playing and let TGM get back in the game as well.
I think we should let the AI take a few turns for him just to like.
Let the AI catch up.
Just to see.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Perhaps the AI is more kind to the city-states.
He's coming back and there is 3 wars.
The mysterious AI that we'll perhaps see.
Why are you getting 8 culture from your like dwarves? What the hell?
I haven't actually seen this.
It's crazy. Yeah, turn on yields and look at his cities. They're actually kind of wild.
Oh my lord. Okay, yeah, that is a little worrying. What is he doing? Culture from his temple? Culture from his granary?
I don't get it.
It's everywhere.
I don't like this.
All right, wow. We have TGM rejoin the game. Potato, we've been watching for a little while now. We've been checking things out. Tell me what, now that we're a little bit through, how are you feeling about who's on top?
You know, it's actually quite difficult to tell this early into an age. We're only 24 turns in, and I think the age is about 26% over. Really, at this point, it's anybody's game. I think, sure enough, you've got Spiff and Ursa with the achievement champion points that they've already managed to secure. However, when it comes to the legacy paths and the legacy points, I don't think we really have anybody who is a sort of far and out ahead winner in that respect. Like, I don't think anybody has managed to even trigger the first point of the non-Sufficit Orbis military path. I don't think anyone has enough relics displayed to trigger the cultural legacy path. I don't even know if anyone is ready to secure the scientific legacy path. And the economic legacy path, there's no way anybody has shipbuilding yet.
It's true.
But over the next 20 to 25 turns, I do think we'll start to see those legacy paths starting to get hit, those milestones starting to come in. And remember, when you achieve a legacy path milestone, it adds turns to the game's countdown timer for the age. It adds age progress, which means the better that players play, the faster the age ends, which means if you're in a lobby with a really strong player who is on a really strong civilization, like TGM on Hawaii, Jose Rizler, the game could end really quickly without you knowing. Because that culture, the other way you can speed up the age is by actually reaching the end of a scientific or civic tree, or technology or civic tree, and researching the future technology or the future civic. That was kind of an awkward sentence. But if you research that, you get age progress, which brings the age to a conclusion faster, which is incredible if you're ahead, because you can force people out of the game real quick by doing really well.
And we'll see. I think we'll see sort of that age progress tick up when we come back. But speaking of coming back, we're going to take a really short break right here. I'm going to let the players know we're taking a short break as well, and we will be right back.